I'm Harlan Cohn, and it has been a wild week in college news. Let's get to this week's headlines. Headline 1, we're going to George Washington University, home of our nation's capital. Where are GW's Kinksters? Campus BDSM crowd needs to come together. And for those of you unfamiliar with BDSM, that's bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism. And there's no better place in the world to learn about BDSM than in our nation's capital. There might even be an internship. Let's take a closer look. There's something vaguely primal and sensual about having your hands tied to the frame of the bed, the weight of your partner holding your legs apart. Let's move on. Headline 2, we're going to Penn State University. Student falls from balcony in State College marks 7th incident of its kind since October 2012. The good news is that the student survived with minor injuries and a fantastic story to tell at parties. The crazy part of this is the 7th time since October 2012. Do you sense a pattern here? I mean, really, college students, drugs, alcohol, sadness. Someone needs to put a cage on those things. Headline number 3. This story is vile. HIV-infected ex-Lindenwood University wrestler may have videotaped more sex victims. The story is this guy, Michael Johnson. He was charged with exposing sexual partners to HIV. He'd meet men online, have unprotected sex with them, and they had no idea what happened. Now there is actual videotape of the acts happening that they suspect are Johnson committing this horrible crime. What's even more frightening is who has any idea who slept with the people he slept with? It might even be one of you listening, which makes this not only vile, but frightening. Headline 4, we're jumping across the pond. Student banned from college after flamethrower incident. Now this happened in the UK. Student receives 1-year ban from college for using a flamethrower in Arcade Fire costume. Now this guy is a complete idiot, but he's a little bit clever, okay? He's wearing a Space Invader cutout, a cardboard cutout around his neck, and then he has a flamethrower. Get it? Arcade Fire? Who thinks that's a good idea? Clearly this jackass who encouraged the flamethrowing jackass. And what's up with this guy? Are those leggings? Headline number 5. This is an awful tragedy. This woman, her name is Madison Halloran. She jumped to her death from a parking structure in Pennsylvania. She's a varsity athlete at Penn. And I hate these stories. They make me mad. They make me sad. Because the truth is, there's so much more, and no one ever tells college students that age 13 to 18 is a bunch of bullshit. The tough stuff in life is front-loaded, and if you can just get beyond, it gets better. But she won't be able to experience that, and I hope any of you who are contemplating this will continue on, because it does get better. More than 50% of students, this is from Yale, the Yale Daily News, will find themselves, 50% will find themselves in the counseling office, according to the psychiatrist. And then they continue to say that at Yale there's a system that discourages vulnerability. Students feel pressured to be effortlessly excellent, and the expectation's not realistic and it's not healthy. It's not just at Ivies, it's in life, it's everywhere. Embrace imperfection. Be patient and you will be perfect. Headline number 6, we're going to Purdue University. Shooter kills 1, brings campus to a standstill. These shootings are not stopping. 1 teaching assistant killed another teaching assistant. This guy, Nick Whelan, did what he had to do. He hid under his desk. And this is what you do if you're in these situations. You run like hell, you hide, or you attack. It's not about stopping these, it's about surviving these. Headline number 7, ending on a happy note, it's Richard Sherman fever. An email from his Stanford days has turned up, or allegedly turned up. If you're unfamiliar with Sherman, here he is following the Seahawks advancing to the Super Bowl.
Final play, take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
So there's an email thread that turned up from a fellow resident of Sherman's in the dorm Westlag. See, there's a tradition on Valentine's Day where all the men wake up the women and they sing Boys to Men, I'll Make Love to You. This happens early in the morning and it's supposed to be a cheesy, fun tradition, but not everybody enjoyed it. This woman writes, "A-holes, some of us have midterms this morning. If you really wanted people to have a happy Valentine's Day, why the F would you wake us up at 6 in the goddamn morning? What the hell is wrong with you? You should have just shut the F up. F you." Signed, Sally. On the other hand, Emily appreciated it. She writes, "It was a bit early, but it was a really sweet idea, and I really appreciated it. Happy Valentine's Day." Richard Sherman then weighed in on this listserv. Let's just jump to the end. "Stop bitching and effing adapt. I wake up that early every day, and I ain't complaining, so you guys really need to just shut the F up. Everyone else had fun, so F the people who are complaining." Signed, Richard Sherman, a Stanford grad. This is The Naked 7. I'm Harlan Cohn. Get links to this week's stories at nakedroommate.com. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.